Hello, everyone. My name is Kenny Wallace, and I am a wellness advocate, a certified essential oil specialist, and I am studying to be a clinical aromatherapist, which is very exciting for me as I I'm walking with people towards spiritual, physical, and emotional wellness um, with doTERRA. My team is called Team Don Conejo Designs, and Don Conejo Designs is part of Team Essential Strength and Beauty, and Team Essential Strength and Beauty is part of this larger team called Live Essentially. And I'm really excited and honored, and really looking forward to talking to you a little bit about the business aspect of the doTERRA and how you could join these amazing teams. Okay, so what we're going to talk about here in the next little while are the key marketing trends of what's going on right now. Who is doing this? Like, what type of people get involved? Why doTERRA? Right, there are a couple other different companies out there. So why doTERRA? And then what it takes, then the bottom dollar, right? Like, so how can you actually make some money? And then what do you do? Like, how do you get started? And so that's where we're going. Sound good? Right. So when we talk about uh, what is going on in the world around us, when you look at what's going on, it's pretty crazy, right? Like there are lots of things that are affecting our health, that's causing some uh, some problems just generally overall, right? So you see, and these stats are pretty old, so it's even worse now, right? But people are dying of heart attacks and other stress related diseases and things like that. Like people are regularly uh, dealing with chronic issues because of uh, the situations that are going on around us, right? So we know that right now it's crazy. It's crazy out there. Our health is taking a hit because of our circumstances. So when you look at the economic piece as well, you have to scratch your head and wonder like what is going on, right? So this was a couple years ago, but it said 40% of Americans say that just an extra $500 a month, right, would change their financial situation. That's the reality of it, right? Like just a little bit of extra money in our pockets, right? If something unexpected happens, it's crazy. Most people don't have a huge amount of savings, and so say your car breaks down, or your roof starts to leak, or whatever, it can knock you back in a pretty serious way. Um, Again, like looking at savings and things like that, people just most people are living paycheck to paycheck, right? Like it's a hard world out there, and so what do we do? Like how do we get out of this hard situation? How do we begin to take control of our health and our finances? Well, there are lots of different ways, but I just want to talk about two secrets of getting out of the rat race. Two secrets of making a change for your life. So the first thing is you have to be your own boss, right? So when you are working for the man, if you will, you are giving a lot of your time and effort and energy to an institution that you're actually not really getting much from, right? You get a paycheck, but then when you start looking at all the things that come out of your paycheck, you start scratching your head. And you're like, was it really worth it? So number one is you have to be your own boss. The second thing is you want to use this concept called leverage, right? And what that means is you have to work really hard right now so that in the future you'll be set up for a better situation, right? And so this is what happens a lot of times with businesses, right? Like when you just start, it's you're not going to be a millionaire right away, right? Like you have to actually put in some hard work. You go through those lean years so that you can enjoy the feast later on. So let's look at two ways that you can become your own boss, right? So you can start up a business. You can go out there and say, you know what, I have a good idea. I want to just go for it, right? The thing that stops a lot of people, because a lot of people have good ideas, right? There are people that have good ideas every day, but the thing that stops them from doing this is money, right? It's the capital. In order for you to start up a business, you have to have an insane amount of money. And so some people, right, they bite the bullet and they go and take a loan, right? Well, now you're in huge amounts of debt, right? Some people are like, I'm gonna save until I get there. So it's kind of like the Langston Hughes poem, what happens to a dream deferred, right? So you have to set off that dream while you try to save the money and hope that you can get there, right? So nothing pushes you back. You can jump into a franchise, right? Like you can uh, try to buy into an established business already, but you can see it is an insane amount of money to get into that even more. And so you actually, if you go this route, it's going to be a hard road for you to be your own boss. There's high investment risk to ratio, right? And oftentimes it takes many years, right? Many years as in not the first 1, 2, 3, 4 years before you start to make a profit, right? And so even with doTERRA, when the founders started, they talk about how there were some lean years, right? I remember Emily Wright talking about eating yogurt and almonds because they didn't have um, a huge profit that was happening in the company when it first started, right? Well, the flip side of that is looking at a different model, right? So if you look at a model like network marketing, it has a very low startup cost. That capital that you need to put forward actually is much less. Well, why is that? Well, you don't have the overhead, right? You're not. It's not brick and mortar, so you're not paying rent for a building. You're not paying the electricity costs and things like that. You're not paying for large insurance policies and things like that that are necessary for having a startup or a franchise business. Really, your only startup cost is the products that you're purchasing for your home, right? Those products, that's it. That's all you have because you live somewhere anyway, right? And then it's your level of commitment. It's what you put into it, right? The good thing about something like network marketing with doTERRA is that doTERRA corporate, they take care of all of the customer service issues. They take care of product development. They take care of billing and inventory and things like that. They even provide us with ready-made education to be able to support our customers that come along with us, right? It things with network marketing also is that you have a flexible work schedule, right? You choose when you want to work. Now that can be a double-edged sword, right? Because it means that when you don't feel like doing something, you don't do something, but then you're not making any money, right? So, but you are in control of your own schedule. You don't have a boss that is pushing you and saying, do this by this date and things like that. So it's a very low investment to risk ratio. And most of us have networks of or connections already with whom we can build our business. So when you're weighing the two, I feel like network marketing probably wins out over the capital heavy startups. So why doTERRA and why now? One of the things I love, right? There are lots of different essential oil companies out there. Right? I don't have to name them, right? They're just different ones out there. So why specifically doTERRA and why now? Well, not all essential oils are created equal. So I am pretty huge on social justice and caring for uh, particularly the marginalized and the vulnerable. And one of the things I loved about doTERRA in the story of how it got started was that they decided very early on that they were going to do things in a very ethical way. So um, often it's something like deciding to work directly with the farmers rather than going through brokers. So it's more feasible for a larger company like doTERRA to go through a broker to obtain the oils. But the problem is that that field, that kind of middleman, oftentimes is fraught with fraud, right? And so um, in order to make more money, sometimes the oils are diluted. There's things that are put in there that are not necessarily helpful for us, or there are constituents that are synthetically made and added so that they can make more money because they have more product, but it's not pure, it's not potent, right? And so doTERRA said, we're not doing it that way. We're going to work directly with the farmers, and we're going to make sure that they're taken care of, and we're going to make sure that our customers are receiving the most pure and the most potent product available. And so they put these oils through something like 54 different tests, right? And so when it comes out the other side, you can be assured that you have a product that doesn't have any of these contaminants in it, that doesn't have any of these additives. It's the pure thing. That's not necessarily the case for something you could just go in the store and buy off the shelf, right? Talking about the ethical side of doTERRA, I love the fact that this company wants to give back. I talked about working directly with the farmers and the story of how they worked with the jasmine farmers in Egypt this past year to make sure that they had jobs, to make sure that they were able to use their harvest and not to let it go to waste. It's an amazing thing, right? So if you haven't heard about that, go look that up. But all over the world, everywhere that doTERRA is sourcing these oils from, they're also giving back to the community, right? So you see examples of the aftercare facility that was built for the kids in Haiti, or I think about the reforestation of the koa and the sandalwood plants or trees in Hawaii. Um, or the construction of vocational training facilities in various places in Africa. Like doTERRA is making sure that they are giving back to the company, to the community, right? And it's mutually beneficial because we are also making sure that we are getting these products that are precious and cared for from the tree to the table, as I like to say. And the fact that they care, they have this heart, makes me say this is a company that I can get in line with. This is a company that isn't just about the bottom dollar, but is actually about caring for, right, the other. So another reason why doTERRA and why now is that natural healthcare is the thing right now. Right? So most people in the population are actually looking for natural products to help improve their health. Unfortunately, a lot of the synthetic medicines that are out there have so many side effects and things that people are like, I would rather just deal with it or go a natural route. And they're trying, but the education isn't out there. There's no one to walk with them to find out what they need to do, right? Um, Unfortunately, the healthcare system as wonderful as it is, and we do partner with them. We encourage people, like, if you need to go see a doctor, go see a doctor. But they're not necessarily trained to use a natural method. And so people that are looking for these natural ways, their most effective way of learning about this is from a recommendation from a friend, networking, direct connection with each other, walking with someone towards healthcare. doTERRA provides an amazing platform to be able to do that. So who's doing this, right? I know people that are wellness advocates with doTERRA that are students. There are people that are stay-at-home moms and dad. There are people that have lost their jobs in this past year and are looking for ways to supplement their income. Right? You have people that are healthcare professionals in various ways. So you have chiropractors and naturopaths. You have massage therapists and yoga instructors, right? You have retirees and you have empty nesters. You have an entire range of anybody that wants to do this can. And the benefit is that when you join a team, you are part of a larger group that, and we walk along with you. We help to show you how to do this. And so you're not out there alone. Anybody can do this business. So how do we share? What do you actually have to do, right? So there are three ways that you can share. The first way is a referral partnership. So if you're like, yeah, I just want to kind of dip my toe in it and see what this kind of looks like, work with someone who's already a wellness advocate and invite your friends. Say, this person over here is hosting a class, is giving free education about natural ways to support our health. Hey, I think you really should learn about this, right? You need this. This is good stuff. And invite them to these classes. And that way you can begin to get free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff, right? So you can get free oils. The second way that people tend to share is that they begin to enroll their friends. So if you become a wellness advocate, you can actually start to earn commission. You can start to earn income by enrolling your friends. So instead of saying, "Hey, come meet so and so over here," you say, "You know what? Let me help you get these into your hands. Let me help you get these into your home." Right? And you begin to enroll people and you can start to make an extra income. And then as you continue to build your business, you work out those leadership skills and you begin to build a team. Remember, you are your own boss. So now you are helping to train other people to do this, right? You start to expand your team and you have a one of my goals is to have a team of healers that can walk alongside with people. Well, when you get to that level, you can begin to supplement or even replace your income. So how do we do this? It's a simple, if you can follow a simple pattern, a simple order, then you can do this. So you share about the oils, then you sample, which is basically giving your stuff away, right? Following the pattern of the larger company and the way they give back. You give away. And then you invite people to education and then you support them, right? And so I'll talk about each of these in order. So sharing, you ask yourself the question, who needs to know about these amazing gifts of the earth? Who needs to know about these oils? Who is it that really needs some good natural health care in their life? We all know somebody who's got the sniffles. We all know somebody who is chronically tired or someone who has achy joints, right? Like, put these people down and then talk to them, share with them. We talk about the 100 slice. So when you can, this is just a way that you can organize yourself in the business. So you stop and you think, who are these people? And then you write it down. You make a list of 100 people that you can share the stuff with. And at first you're like, 100 people? I don't know 100 people. You'd be surprised. You really do. Who is it? Is your barber, right? Like your child's teacher, right? The neighbor down the street. You write down and you share. You talk about your experience with everyone around you, right? doTERRA also will help you to do this. They have something called the digital marketing kit, right? That comes with pre-made graphics and things like that, that you can use to help share, to help tell your story, right? Talk about the oils. Talk about them so much that they call you the oil man or the oil woman, right? How can we connect? How can we do this? Well, I saw this pyramid and I thought this was excellent. It's called the hierarchy of connection, right? And so the best way that you can share your oil journey, the best way that you can share your story is face to face, right? So if you are in the market and or you're in the park or something like that, and you can talk to someone about uh, about the oils. I wear my oils on a keychain, right? And so if I pull them out and I start using them, people ask, "Hey, what is that? What are you doing?" You can have that conversation. Above that, right? Like if you can't be with people face to face, unfortunately, right now we don't have a lot of that luxury. Make a video call, right? Most of us have cell phones that have some sort of video capacity. So call someone and talk to them face to face, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Zoom is all the rage right now, right? Or FaceTime somebody and tell them, hey, you know what? I tried this amazing oil. I think that you should try it too, right? Above that is a phone call, which is a little less personable, right? You don't get that facial feature. They can't see the excitement, but talking to someone is a good way, right? Then you have Messenger, so this kind of moves into the text realm, but Messenger, particularly something like Facebook Messenger, is it's instant, right? It's kind of right away, and they get to see and interact with you. A lot of my interactions happen over Messenger, and it's great because people can ask their questions, and you can send them pictures and graphics and things like that. An email is a little more static, and so it's not as dynamic, but you can tell your story in an email. Let someone know in a way that they get in their mailbox, and that people check their email pretty regularly, right? And so they can see this. And then the last one is send a text. When in doubt, send a text, right? Like, hey, I was just thinking of you, and these oils would be great for X, Y, and Z concern. Let's talk. Connection, right? Tell your story. Talk about it. Then sample. Give your stuff away, right? So there's a story. It's like if you want something good, you have to kind of open your hand to let it go. If you put sand in your hand and you try to hold on to it really really tight, it's like I got these precious oils that I paid for. It's just gonna seep out of the sand, like spills out of the crevices in your hand. But if you hold your hand open and you have sand in your hand, you can hold it. You can hold more sand. It's the same thing with our oils, right? So if you are willing to say, "Hey, why don't you try this? Let me just give you something." And I've had people is like, "Oh, well, sure. How much? How much? How much does it cost for a sample?" I'm like, "No, no, no. You never charge for a sample. You give someone a sample because you're giving them just a taste. And when they see, oh man, this really does work. How can I get some more of that? Then we can go to the next step, right? So freely give, freely give your samples. Be strategic about it, right? Like you don't want to just be wasting money willy nilly. But hey, can I'm going to give you this. Can I check back in a week or so and see how you enjoyed it or how it worked for you, right? Let's give me your phone number so that we can chat about how best to use these samples. Freely give. And then you want to invite, right? So um, there are, we call it essential oil 101 or essential oils made easy, right? This kind of intro class that teaches people the very basics of what is an essential oil, right? Like, what is it? How do we use these besides it just smells good, right? What are some of the top oils that that anyone can kind of engage with? And then how do we get it into your hands, right? And so once once you've given someone the experience of trying these oils, and they're like, man, this is really good, I want to learn more about this, you invite them to one of these classes. And before the crazy season that we're in, a lot of this was done face to face, right? That kind of bottom foundational layer of communication, of connection. But in lieu of being able to meet in people's homes and hang out and chat over these oils, things like Facebook Live or Zoom meetings, it's awesome, right? Connect with someone who's done this more, and they can show you how to do this. It's not really that hard. And then you want to support them, right? So you don't want to just be like, oh, I've made a sale and now I'm dropping you, right? That's not who we are. We are about connection, right? And so we are, not only do we walk with them to get the products into their homes, to get these gifts of the earth into their hands, but then we also want to educate them. And so we always have these uh, free continuing education classes where people can learn how to use the oils they have, or various other uh, topics that can come up, kind of special topics that help you, that help your customers take that next step and not just become oil customers, but actually oil lovers, people that implement this into their life. So let's talk about the money for a minute. So if you are doing this for about 3 to 4 hours a week, remember you're in control of your own time. You can actually pay for your product, right? And so at 3 to 4 hours a week, if you just enroll a couple people a month, you can end up making it kind of an average of $300 to $4 a month, right? Well, your overhead, remember I talked about the overhead is just the cost of your products. You only have to have 100 PV, which is like it's around $100, right? You only have to have about $100 in order for you to start making commission, right? Well, $304 that pays for your oils and then some, right? And it only goes up from there. That's just with 3 to 5 hours a week. If you put in the dedicated time to communicate with people intentionally and to invite them to these classes and actually get those oils into their homes by walking through this process, you can have your product paid for. Your overhead begins to take care of itself, right? That next level is you can begin to supplement your income, and this is where my goal is. Like I'm moving towards this place, right? So if you spend about 10 to 15 hours a week and you're enrolling customers regularly, about 4 customers a month, and you're expanding your team, right? You're starting to build that team of healers that I was talking about, then you can begin to actually supplement your income. And then ultimately you can replace your income. There are people that go here. One of the leaders of my team, Susie Martin, she is there. Like she is working it and has a team of people that she works with, right? She goes out and is continually enrolling people, but she's also training this team that actually creates a business, and you can replace your income. One of the amazing things I love about doTERRA in terms of the business side of it is that you don't just have one way of earning income. there are actually 4 different ways that you can earn income with this company. The first one is the fast start bonus. If you decide to join the company and you have your overhead taken care of, right? The 100 PV set up each month, you can actually start earning money next week. They will send you a check. Well, it's direct deposit the better way, but like they will send you money the very next week. It's called the fast start bonus. So let me tell you about this. Right. So when you have walked with someone, you've given them, say, you've shared your oils, you've invited them to a class, right? And they're like, yes, this is great. I want this. I want to try this. When they enroll, you actually earn a bonus on what they have purchased, right? Right away. That very next week. It's paid weekly, right? For their first 60 days. And so you start to get this taste of, oh, there's you can make money on this. And so the more people that you enroll, the more that you get of this bonus. It's called a bonus, but you get it every time that you enroll someone, right? If they have put in their 100 PV, uh, if you have your 100 PV, that's your overhead. You are making this money right away. So here's an example of this, right? So Lisa has a friend. She's talked to her friend. She's told her, man, these oils are amazing, right? Let me tell you a story. Right. And Megan's like, oh, that's amazing. Right. Like, can I try some of this? Lisa gives Megan a sample. Megan tries this and is like, this was great. Lisa follows up with Megan, invites her, come to one of these essential oil 101 classes, essential oils made easy, right? Megan is like, this is awesome. I've learned so much in this class. I want some of this. So Lisa helps Megan to put in her order, and she puts in an order for 225 PV. So she buys a kit, right, that has all of these great oils in it. Well, Lisa, that very next week is going to earn $45. It just goes to her right away. If Megan buys a smaller kit and puts in a 78 PV order, Lisa's going to earn $15. Well, that starts to add up if you're enrolling multiple people. So fast start right away. It's kind of instantaneous. Every week you can get that. You roll someone every week, you're going to get money every week, right? But then doTERRA's like, we're not done. We're gonna give you another way to earn some extra money. It's called the power of three, right? And so as you build your team, right, if you are walking with them and helping them to do the same sort of enrollment, you get a bonus, right? So if each person on your team is putting in their 100 PV, and then as an entire team, you have 600 PV. That's product volume. So it's kind of these points that are associated to these products. If each of you, if your whole team adds up to 600 PV, and each of those people on your first kind of level of your team is making 100 PV, then they're going to give you not only the fast start bonus, but they're also going to give you a power of three bonus. The first one is $50. And as your team continues to grow, like if you're that second tier, they're going to give you a check of $250, right? If your team is structured right. And the third tier, $1,500 as a bonus that you can regularly make if your team is working together as this kind of well-oiled machine and is working to enroll people and understanding the value of these products, right? That's $1,500 as a regular bonus. Like some people, that is their paycheck, right? So this is great. And this is on top of your fast start bonus. You have a couple other ways as well, the kind of unilevel, and then there's leadership bonuses that where the company actually is giving back to you shares of the amount of money that they're making. So doTERRA is very generous in their compensation plan. So how much time is involved? Well, remember, you're your own boss, so you decide how much time you want to put in. Generally speaking, if you want your oils paid for, you're going to need to put in 3 to 5 hours a week, right? That's like 1 hour a day. That's hardly anything, but you can actually get your products paid for. If you want to supplement your income, remember way back at the beginning, I said just $500 would turn people around. And $500 a month would help to turn people around. So if you put in 5 to 15 hours a week, you can supplement your income. You can get there. And that money in your pocket can help make a difference for people. And then if you want to replace your income, if you want to say, you know what, I want to get out of this rat race and I want to be my own boss and make this my gig, my deal. You if you put in 15 to 30 hours a week, which is a pretty light work week, then you can actually replace your income. Could it work for you? We're running to the end. Could this work for you? You have to ask yourself, are you passionate about the oils? Does this work for you? Do you like these oils? Not just like these oils, but has it made it a significant impact in your life that you want to tell other people about it? And that's that second level. Do you love people? If you can engage with other people and you can tell your story, if you can communicate your story, however you want to do that, whether it's text or whether it's face to face on the street, then you can do this. And then can you follow a system, right? Can you follow a system and be a part of a team that will help you to work that system? Can you tell your story, share your oils, invite people, support, rinse, and repeat? That's it. If you can do that, then this will work for you. So, what are the next steps? What do you do? So, you need to have a wholesale account. So, if you don't have a wholesale account, then go ahead and talk to someone about like which kits work for you. And that's the kits are actually the best way to go because they save you some money. I wish I had started with a kit rather than going with individual oils. But choose a kit and then set up your loyalty rewards program because that's your overhead, right? So if you're trying to make this a business, you are going to have some overhead. It's not as much as a franchise or a startup, but there's a little bit there. If you do have a wholesale account, then go ahead and set your cart at 100 PV. Go and choose which products do you want to share with your friends, right? And then put that into your cart as your loyalty rewards program. And then each month you'll be ready to receive those commissions, right? Second, reach out for help, right? So join the team. If you join my team, I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to help you. If you join team Live Essentially, then this larger team is going to come around you and help turn you into the business person that you need to be able to successfully achieve your goals, right? We give you all of the training and all of the resources that you need. You don't have to come up with anything. And then start making your list. Who do you know? Who do you know and who can you share your oils with? That's it. If you're interested in talking with someone about how this could look for you specifically, then I'm going to leave my contact in the box and the contact of uh, Team Essential Strength and Beauty and of Live Essentially, this larger team that we're a part of. And we would love to talk to you one on one or even in a group with a couple of us about how our journey has looked and then what it could look like for you. Have a great night. Bye.